Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to cook an easy scrambled eggs breakfast that our kids just love. These scrambled eggs only take about 8 to 10 minutes to make, and when you're done you'll have a tasty meal that looks just like this. If you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to be notified the next time I post a video. The first thing you'll want to do is get out a medium or small frying pan to cook with. I prefer to use a ceramic pan over the rock skillets, as I find the ceramic pan cooks it a little bit more moist. Before we get started, let's go through all the ingredients and cookware that you'll need for this recipe. To make cleanup easy, I try to use as few dishes as possible. First, you'll need a bowl to mix it in, and a plate to serve it on. If you don't have a cheese grater, then get out a knife to cut the cheese. Even though using a knife is faster and requires less cleaning, I find grating the cheese melts it more evenly when it's cooking. So I'll be grating our cheese today. This means we won't be needing the knife, as we can cut the meat with a fork, saving us from needing to clean an extra utensil. We need half a cup to measure the egg whites. We have Parmesan cheese, vegetable seasoning, better than bouillon chicken soup mix, marble cheese, cold cuts. Today we're using turkey, but I change this out with ham or chicken, or really whatever cold cuts or meat we have in our fridge. And finally, 1 large egg. To start, place the pan on the stove and preheat it to about a 4 or 5, which is medium heat, depending on your stove. To grease the pan, you can always use olive oil. However, I prefer to use butter, as it has a better flavor once cooked with the eggs. If you're using olive oil, then use 2 drops about the size of a quarter each, or about 1 teaspoon in your pan. I'll add the butter to the pan so it can melt while we prep the scrambled eggs. The first thing we'll add is the better than bouillon. I put a little bit on my finger and then wipe it on the bottom of the bowl. Next, we'll crack our egg into the bowl. Then measure out half a cup of egg whites and add that to the bowl. Now add in Parmesan cheese by sprinkling it so it covers the top. Next, we'll add the vegetable seasoning. I put about this much in my hand and then add that to the bowl. And now we'll use a fork to give it a really good stir, making sure that all the bouillon off the bottom and any Parmesan cheese chunks are broken up, ensuring it's all mixed in good. When you're done, rinse the fork and set it aside for the meat. Now, with our pan heated and our butter melted, we can add the mixture to the pan, making sure to scrape out any leftovers, and then we'll leave that to start cooking while we prep the meat and cheese. The first thing I do is grate the cheese. I usually use about 30 grams of cheese, which is about 8 to 10 full strokes on my grater. Placing the grater on the plate so the counter doesn't get dirty, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I switch, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch, 9, switch, 10. Switching so I can keep the cheese block relatively level. Then cleaning out any cheese left behind in the grater and putting away the block of cheese. Now I move the cheese over to one side of the plate and I get out 3 slices of deli meat. Breaking that up using the fork into little pieces, and then I put away the meat, and now we're ready to check on our eggs. Give the eggs a little stir to see how cooked they are. And then I add half the cheese right now and let it cook for about another minute. Once that minute has passed, I stir it up. And then I add the remaining cheese and meat to the pan. Letting the eggs sit for about 15 to 30 seconds to allow the cheese to melt in a little bit. And then I stir them one final time until they are done. And this final stir usually takes about 30 to 60 seconds. Your final step is to plate your finished eggs so you or your kids can sit down and enjoy them. Be sure to let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below, as well as anything else you want to learn next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Till next time, cheers.